E-training coaches, gosh, I just want to say thank you guys for applying to be an e-training coach. This is such a critical role in the Navs, and I'm so pumped that you get to do this, and I'm pumped for your trainee that's going to get paired up with you in the fall. Guys, this is a major commitment to be an e-training coach. There's a lot that we're asking of you, but it's also going to have a major impact, a deep impact in the life of one other person. Wanted to go over just some highlights and some commitments for this role. Would love to have done this face-to-face, but this is kind of the best I can do for now. First off, in terms of highlights, guys, first it's Matthew 28:19. Go and make disciples. This is basically a discipleship kind of role. You're personally investing in another person, helping them mature in the faith, helping them know Christ and make him known. And you get to be often the first person to ever personally, individually invest in this person's spiritual life. You'll be going deep. You'll be inspiring courage to pursue God and to live out their faith over the course of this 6 weeks. And for many of you, it'll go beyond that, and I hope it does for most of you. Hey, in terms of preparation for the summer, some things to be thinking about. Guys, be walking with Jesus. That's the most important way that you could invest in your e-trainee that you don't even know yet over the course of the summer, is just walk in an intimate love relationship with Jesus. He loves you guys so much. He wants to be with you. Learn over the course of the summer, wherever you are, learn how to pursue him. Learn how to follow him, even if it's hard, even if you have to get up early, even if you have to stay up late. Find ways to connect with Jesus. That's so important. To not show up in August spiritually dry would be huge. To show up with a sense of vitality and fervor in your spirit would be gigantic. So I'll be praying for that for you. Also, think about being physically rested, especially the week before school starts. Many of us are going to push it so hard that all the way to that final week over the course of the summer. But can I encourage you to rest? You guys go hard in school, and also this leadership role is a big ask. And so come in physically rested if you can. The biggest thing I'm going to ask you to do is to dream and pray big towards what you would hope to see happen in the life of your e-trainee this fall. Begin with the end in mind. What would you hope that they would say at the end of the 6 weeks, or at the end of the year even? What would you hope that they would say about their relationship with you, or the material that they're processing with you? Think about that, and then that might help you figure out how to begin strong. It's only 6 weeks. You have to jump in with these people and go deep and build trust fast. And what would that look like, and how would you do that? But be thinking about that over the course of the summer. In terms of once the fall hits and you get there in August, personally, I just want to encourage you to be committed to this acronym: faithful, available, initiator, teachable, and heart for God and people. The first thing I'll probably see up next is the Leaders Retreat, August 17th to the 18th. Freshman Movement is on the 19th, and we need all hands on deck in terms of leadership to help out with Freshman Movement and all the recruiting that we'll be doing in the first 2 weeks of school. That's such a critical time spiritually on campus, where sort of the forces of light and the forces of darkness are in battle with one another. And we get to join God and reaching out to new students and others who are open to new things in that short window of the first couple weeks of school. We need you at the Leaders Retreat, guys. It's sort of a time where we all get on the same page together and pointed in the right direction and prayed up and ready to go. Hey, Laborers Training is every other Tuesday night, 5:30 to 7 p.m. At Laborers Training, there will be a segment of that where we break off for new e-training coaches. And so that's going to be a really important thing for you to be at. Guys, an e-training coach role is not just for the 6 weeks. It's really for the whole year. Because not only are we inviting you to be an e-training coach, even if it only lasts for 6 weeks, we're also asking you to be in the Navigator leadership community, getting trained up, reaching out to others. And maybe maybe your e-training coachee, maybe it doesn't continue on after, but maybe there's someone else you get connected with. So we're gonna have trainings all throughout the year for you as an e-training coach. Some of those will be related to e-training coaches training, but want to make sure that you know this is a year-round role, even though the bulk of it is going to be in that first 6 weeks. Fall conference is October 6th through 8th. We really want to invite you to be at that. It's usually a huge time of life change where our whole community gets in cars and drives on this road trip and just connects with Jesus out in the woods and with each other. So please mark your calendars for that. Nav Night is every Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m., as you know. We want you at that. We want you a part of the community and invested in growing and learning. So those are some of the things coming up this fall. Hey, my big prayer for you is 2 Corinthians 4:7. We have this treasure in jars of clay to show that this all-surpassing power comes from God and not from ourselves. We have the most important and rich and expensive and wonderful thing on the planet, Jesus, this treasure, in a jar of clay, someone like us who's fragile and vulnerable and needs help. And why did God do this? To show that the good things that come out of your life is coming from God, not from yourself. And so many of us are going to feel unprepared, unequipped, inadequate for this role. But guys, let me just assure you, if you have God, you're ready. And God can use you. We're going to offer you some training that's going to help too. So trust God with me, and we're excited about that. Hey, reach out if you have any questions for me or anyone on our staff team. We'll see you in August. We're pumped about how God's going to use you this next year.